What's good, everybody? We got fights to make after UFC 307, so a pretty fun card. A lot of people are upset with the scoring. I'm actually going to make a video about the scoring, giving examples and maybe some changes that should be made about judging as well. But yeah, I'm here with fights to make after for the losers and winners. I did not do one for the women's flyweight. I mean, we already know what the fight's going to be, anyways, right? So just the male fights today, and yeah, I'm gonna get right into the first one. Let's do it. Let's do it. At this time, it makes sense. I know people say, oh, it could be boring, or oh, it could be, this, because when stylistic matchups like this happen, sometimes it could be a little bit boring. And I could see it being boring, but overall, it's intriguing, right? You're getting two style fighters going in there and, fighting, right? In an MMA match. So, not really probably going to be any takedowns here. If it were, I think, I would probably lean Wonder Boy maybe on the, wrestling and jiu-jitsu, but both of them aren't great. They don't do that, right? I believe that, honestly, MVP is a little bit better here. Wonder Boy, I still think he looked pretty fast in there, man, and I don't think he plans on retiring. So I think this is definitely a logical fight that we could see in the future, and I'd like to see it, honestly, man. Rankings-wise, it matches up. MVP is, I believe, lower than Wonder Boy now. I think it's close, but I think they're, within two rankings of each other, so I believe this fight should be made, man. Just do it. Fuck it, right? To me, it's like you got the perfect opportunity. Both these guys, are a little bit older. Wonder Boy obviously is a little bit older. I believe he's 41 and MVP's 35, I want to say. So yes, MVP is a little bit younger, but still not like a fresh prime fighter. So I think this is a fight that absolutely makes sense, man. Let's just do it. Steven Wonderboy versus MVP. No, nothing else about it. Next up, Joaquin Buckley and Sean Brady. I know Joaquin Buckley called out Kamaru Usman, but this guy has been gifted his... Oh, man, he's been gifted where he's at right now. Let's be a little bit real, man. He fought Vicente Luque, and now he's fighting Wonderboy. Look at both of the guys' ages. They're old, okay? You can't just keep fucking fighting old guys, all right? Honestly, I think a Jeff Neal matchup would make sense, but Jeff Neal is fighting Dos Anjos. I don't want to see Joaquin Buckley fight Kamaru Usman, okay? I think Usman would still win, but Joaquin Buckley's taking this easy yellow brick road fucking path to get to the title, and I'm not a fan of it, man. As, I could say the same about Kyle Borhalio, who's doing the same thing, right? His second best win is Armin Petrosian. So, yes, another thing, similar to that, where Joaquin Buckley's calling out all the old heads and getting all the old head fights. Yeah, I don't want to see that. I want to see him get tested, and I think Sean Brady wipes the fucking floor with him, bro. I think when I look at Joaquin Buckley, I talked about how his variety of takedowns isn't the best. He's really got that double leg, and I don't know, what he looks like off his back. I haven't really seen him at middleweight that much. I didn't watch him at middleweight a lot, granted, but I haven't seen him off his back a lot, and I think Sean Brady can put anybody on their back. If he could put Gilbert Burns on his back, he could put Joaquin Buckley on his back for 25 fucking minutes. Sean Brady's the best grappler in this division, in my opinion. And this guy is a complete problem, man. And I think he absolutely dusts Joaquin Buckley. Wouldn't even be close. So yeah, I do want to see this because Joaquin Buckley has not been tested. Nursultan Ruziboyev is a middleweight, and he is 6'5". He cut to fucking 170, fucking dying. And, it's an okay win, but Ruziboyev is not... if I just had to think about what Sean Brady would do to Ruziboyev wouldn't even get up, right? So I think Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley, this fight should be made because in my eyes, you see both the guys are big and strong. I don't know if there's anybody stronger than Sean Brady. Honestly, man, this guy is fucking strong as shit, man. He's taking everybody down, right? And I think the only knack on him is a little bit of his cardio, and the striking's not that great, right? But I think Joaquin Buckley doesn't win this fight. But I need him to see him fight someone there, right? Ian Gary, okay, maybe. Madalena, Rachmanov. He don't want to fight these guys, man. He wants to fight old heads, and I don't like that. He's got to fight some good fighters. So, yeah, next up. Kevin Holland and Ikram Aliskerov. Okay, this one's a bit difficult for me because Kevin Holland, first of all, switches fucking weight classes like it's everything. So I don't know if he wants to go to welterweight. I don't know if he wants to stay at middleweight. Okay, the reason I would say Ikram Aliskerov is one because middleweight is fucking booked like crazy, and where Kevin Holland is, he's kind of in that 20 to 30 to 40 range, and there's a lot of those guys already booked. So when I look at it, I'm thinking, yeah, this fight does kind of make sense. You got a guy like Ikram who just got fucking destroyed by Whitaker, and you got a guy like Kevin who, to me, can scramble well. I don't know because Ikram probably would take him down pretty easily, but it's still a good matchup and a tough matchup for both guys. Obviously, Ikram poses a threat of great wrestling, and Kevin Holland on the feet is no joke. He's good. He's also good with jiu-jitsu. He can get up. Dolidze, to me, is a big motherfucking guy. I don't think Ikram's as big and strong as Dolidze. So, I know we saw Kevin Holland on his back, but can he stuff takedowns and can he get back to his feet? We don't know. So I think this fight does make sense. It's a little bit, iffy because there's so many people booked. So, yeah, I want to see Kevin Holland take on another, bigger name. And this is a big name. So, yeah, next up. Dolidze versus Costa. This one is perfect. It couldn't be better, right? You got Costa who is on a I want to say 3-fight losing streak. Who is it? Whitaker, Strickland. Is there any more? Am I just bugging? I think there is one more. I can't remember for some reason, but yeah, he's on a losing streak, okay? This guy needs to get back in the win column. He is still ranked around this area. Dolidze's a very winnable matchup for the guy, okay? If Paulo Costa comes out there and trains hard, he whoops Dolidze's ass, right? Dolidze is slow. I don't even know how he could win this fight. You know what I'm saying? Costa's huge. He hits hard. He's a better striker. He's better with jiu-jitsu. I don't know, man. They're both good with jiu-jitsu, but I don't think I see a takedown here, right? And if there's no takedowns, I don't know how Dolidze can win. He sucks, okay, on the feet. So I think Paulo Costa wins this one, and it's a good matchup for the guy to get back on track because he is a big name, and people do like him a lot. I want to see him on the right track. I think he wins this fight pretty easily. I don't know why the fuck Roman Dolidze thought he should get the winner of Khamzat Whitaker, so, pretty interesting for that one. But, yeah, next up, Jose Aldo and Dominic Cruz. I think this is perfect as well, man. The rankings wise, it's really aligns well. I'm not really sure what the fuck Dominic Cruz is doing in the rankings in the first place. I mean, the guy ain't fought since Vera, and that was 3 years ago now. So he needs to, either say I'm retiring or fight, right? And Aldo's a good fight for him. Aldo, they've never fought before, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think so. And they're two, legends, right? So, yeah, I think this fight completely makes sense. They're both older. To me, Aldo's still got it, so he would fuck Cruz up real bad. But this fight, legendary-wise and resume-wise, it definitely makes sense. So I think we'll see this matchup if Dominic Cruz decides to stay and fight. Because, these are two older guys that are Hall of Famers, and we should see this fight. So, yeah. Next up. Mario Bautista versus Marlon Vera. Now, I've been seeing a lot of hate on Mario Bautista. So much. And it's kind of like, I don't really understand, You're a guy Mario Bautista, whose game plan is to expose a weakness of Jose Aldo, and that is clinching, trying to wrestle, and Jose Aldo cannot break out of the clinch. That's what he's always been known for. He can't break out of the clinch. So why the fuck is everybody freaking out? I don't know, okay? I understand it's maybe not the most fun style. Merab did the same thing, okay? The same thing. People have done that to Jose Aldo when they try to take him down. It's hard to take the guy down, no doubt about it. But Mario Bautista's game plan in here was to wear on him. He won the first round on the feet with the clinch. Second round you give to Aldo. Third round was to Bautista. Don't show me the significant strikes because everybody knows those are wrong, okay? I've been seeing way too much hate, and it's ridiculous. Mario Bautista is an extremely humble guy. He doesn't go out there and talk shit. He's seems like a nice guy, and the hate he's been getting is unwarranted, bro. It's just, MMA fans being ridiculous because Aldo lost and they lost their money and wah wah wah. I don't give a fuck, and I wouldn't say the same thing. If I were on the Aldo side, I would still say he lost the fight. You know what? I always do that. I always do that. If that's the case, I would say, if I was picking Aldo, and I was an Aldo fan and I bet on Aldo, I would have said he lost the fight. And I would have said that Mario Bautista executed a game plan, okay? Because he did. That's what you're supposed to do, okay? And I really get frustrated because that is the game plan that he came in to do. And it's not his fault for Jose Aldo not breaking the clinch. It's Jose Aldo's fault. He can't do it. It's his fault. He sits there too long. He was landing strikes there. It is what it is, man. People are fucking annoying. You look at the significant strikes. Please go back and watch the third round and tell me how many of those significant strikes actually got through. Because everybody knows those numbers are not real. They're fake, okay? They're always fucked up. But anyways, this matchup for Vera, and Bautista's a good one, okay? It could main event like an Apex fight night or something like that. I would like to see this fight. Rankings-wise, it makes sense. Winnable fight for Marlon Vera, but to me, man, Bautista's been looking good. I think Bautista gets this one with the volume and stuff, you know what I mean? So I think it's a winnable fight for both guys. A step up for Mario. I don't know if the UFC is going to like that performance and give him someone out of the rankings or even, 15 or 14. But I hope he gets this fight. I like Mario Bautista. He's a good fighter. And, we'll see what happens. Next up, Khalil Roundtree versus Jan Blachowicz. Okay. Now, originally I was like, maybe we want to see Hill. I was thinking that. And I think there are still some possibilities for all these fights that I'm about to go over. So I think it's a possibility that we do see Jamal Hill and Jan Blachowicz for sure. Very possible fight. As well as, Jan Blachowicz versus Khalil Roundtree. But what I want to see is a number one contender title eliminator, Yuri Prohaska versus Jamal Hill. Both these guys were injured, short notice fights versus Pereira. I'd like to see full camps out of both of them and see what they do. That's what I want to see real bad. I really want to see that. So I've made this fight. I was thinking about giving a Khalil Roundtree a fight lower and out of the rankings, or not out of the rankings, but a much lower, because I know people aren't going to talk about it, okay? This guy took a really bad beating. A really fucking bad beating, okay? He got fucking whooped. He got his ass kicked, okay? Kicked. He got fucking destroyed, especially in that third round. He took a ton of damage, okay? So I want to see him, he's got to take a break. No doubt about it. A year, 9 months, something around there, man. And Blachowicz, I feel like, is going to come back faster. I think we'll see a Hill-Blachowicz fight. So I don't know how likely this is, but I think, people like Roundtree. He did do better than I thought, so maybe they'll give him a fight up in the rankings. It's kind of one for me where I'm like, I don't know if they'll do it or not, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, so next up, Alex Pereira is in this predicament here, okay? He is in this predicament. This triangle is what I like to call it, a triangle, okay? Of 3 fights that have to happen, right? Where Khalil Roundtree was doing this shit or whatever? The triangle, right? He is in that. Alex Pereira is in that where he doesn't have anywhere to go, anywhere to escape, okay? Listen to me clearly. You have one end on the triangle. You have Dricus du Plessis, okay? A strong, great grappler, that will push the pace and pressure, very durable. That's one side of the triangle. Next up, there's Magomed Ankalaev, the top of the triangle. There he is. Great grappler, great striker. To me, the best fighter in that division and a top 15 pound-for-pound fighter. And his skill is undeniable, man. The guy's a great striker. Another fucking southpaw. That could give Pereira some problems. And then you talk about the ground game. Taking Blachowicz down with ease. This guy would put Pereira on his back like nothing. And then the last part of the triangle is Tom Aspinall, okay? Now you look at all those parts of the triangle, and what do you think to yourself? You go, where is Alex Pereira going to go from here? Because in my eyes, okay, he loses all of those fights, okay? He loses to DDP. If he goes down to 85, he loses it easily. If he goes to, 205, if DDP goes to 205, I think, it's a closer fight, but I'm still picking DDP. He goes up, he fights Tom Aspinall, loses easily. Oh, man, it would be very fast. And then he goes to Ankalaev, loses. So he's in this little triangle where the guy can't escape. Where's he going to flee to? We don't know. But this is what fight intrigues me the most because I don't think he stands a chance. When I watch Magomed Ankalaev, I see a fantastic striker. A fantastic striker. And no, not the caliber of Alex Pereira. No. But he is a fantastic striker. Do I think he's a better striker than Yuri? Yes. Do I think he's a better striker than Khalil Roundtree? Yes. I do. You know, people want to go back to the Blachowicz fight where he got his legs chewed up. Jan Blachowicz was kicking shin to shin, man. That guy's, not real. So that's what I go to, man. He is a good striker, and that's what all the people want to go to. Oh, he got hurt by Blachowicz so much. All he was doing was kicking the shin, man. It's not like Alex Pereira is not going to go kick the shin of Magomed Ankalaev, okay? Khalil Roundtree is not going to go kick the shin of Magomed Ankalaev, right? So that's what people want to say. Oh, he can't check kicks. He was checking the kicks. It's just Jan is a psychopath. So, this guy, when I watch him on the feet, is very talented. He is talented. I know he tweeted that he will fight Alex on the feet, and I wouldn't deny it, because, there is a threat of the takedown, and that's going to be a huge factor, and it opens up the striking for Magomed and gives him more of an advantage. Obviously, there's that one-shot power with Alex Pereira, and I do wish, I don't think Magomed Ankalaev's defense is the best, but, bro, this guy, if he can mix up the wrestling and striking, it's not even going to be a close fight. I would expect, favorite-wise, minus 250 on Magomed. I don't think the fight would be close, guys. It's hard for me to see that because of the Jan Blachowicz fight with Alex Pereira. The one time he faced a mediocre grappler, and then he goes up and fights Magomed Ankalaev, who is a very good grappler at the light heavyweight level. So what the fuck is he gonna do to him, right? I know we've seen Alex, he's been training MMA for this long and blah, blah, blah. If you think he's not gonna get taken down, you're out of your mind, okay? So yeah, that's what I have to say. I hope y'all boys enjoyed. Magomed Ankalaev, Alex Pereira is the fight to make. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.